Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, Mheshimiwa Ruto was meeting with the governors to agree on how they are going to deal with the issue of county revenue allocation. And this meeting was coming at a time when already his deputy Rigathi Gachagua had met with the governors. But that meeting did not bear any fruits because they disagreed. The disagreement was so much heated to an extent where Rigathi Gachagua told off governors openly that there is no money they are going to give them more than what the National Treasury has suggests to give. And if they think there is any extra money, they can remove their trousers and whip them with canes. But there is no money. That was the language from Rigathi Gachagua. And this is what the Revenue Sharing Commission had proposed. Actually, they had proposed to give 407 billion shillings. But then now, the governors were demanding for 425 billion shillings. And then Ruto, the National Treasury now, that's the executive, they are suggesting to give 380 billion shillings. So you see, even what William Ruto want to give is less than what the CRA is suggesting. It's low. And the difference is about 27 billion shillings. That's big. What CRA is proposing and what Ruto is proposing, 27 billion shillings different. But then what governors are proposing, in comparison to what Ruto is proposing, a difference of 45 billion shillings. So there was a standoff, governors did not agree, which has now pushed William Ruto to meet with the governors. And there is two things I've seen yesterday. Number one, if you hear the tone of governors, led by the chairman of the Council of Governors, Uhuru, they are finally like agreeing with William Ruto. So Ruto went to that meeting just to intimidate governors. To an extent, the governors agreed even to withdraw the cases that they had against the executive. So they want to settle that matter out of the court. So they have been forced to withdraw the cases. Again, they have been forced to take what the executive, the treasury is proposing, but not what even the CRA is proposing. So first of all, listen to Uhuru shortly, confirming that they are going to withdraw the cases. And we want to look on what Raila Odinga has to say about this.
We will be withdrawing all cases in court filed by the Council of Governors and also filed by the national government against each other. And most of them have already been presented and responses, because we have been working for over a month to prepare for this meeting, and we already know the way forward on how to resolve some of those issues out of court.
Now, Raila Odinga was in Machakos County in the company of other Azimio la Umoja leaders. And Raila used that opportunity in that rally to respond to the issue to do with the revenue sharing formula. And it was very clear that he wants this regime to make sure that they are giving what the Revenue Sharing Commission has proposed, not anything less than that.
We are disturbed by the ongoing standoff over sharing of revenue and release of the same to counties to help with the suffering on the ground. People need food, water, medicine, seeds, and bursaries in villages across this region. Money must therefore urgently be released to the counties based on the formula proposed by the Revenue Sharing Commission and the Council of Governors.
Now we are continuing with the panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now, the truth is that what the Revenue Sharing Commission, CRA, is proposing is something closer to what the law stipulates. The law is very clear that they should give not less than 15%. So CRA is giving a figure closer to 15%. That means William Ruto want to give even less than what the law is saying. But then this is the same man who came out during the campaign to promise that his government, in case they win the presidency or take over power, they are going to increase the revenue allocation to the counties. From 15%, they will give it a capping of 35%. You see, even Ruto does not want to give a half of what he promised. Because half of 35%, that means you need to give 17 or 18% there. But you want to give even less than 15%. I can see we have a leader in the office full of deceit. He literally just robbed the electorate, especially those who believed in him and those who voted for him, because they believe that he's coming to strengthen the devolution. But those who are supporting Raila Odinga believe that William Ruto is coming to suffocate and completely destroy devolution. So those who are warning the electorate that voting for Ruto means destruction of devolution, they were right. He's literally doing it. The only way to kill devolution is by giving less amount of money to these county governments. When they suffocate from resources, nothing can go on. They cannot run the activities within the counties. And that alone is enough to kill it, and then bring back these activities back to the national government, where we came from. There was a reason why we needed to have devolution, to make sure that every county is getting their shareable revenue equally, so that the entire country is going to develop equally, not specific regions, because that was the biggest problem we had in this country. These people, when they were campaigning, they said that they will better work like Kibaki. Kibaki is the only president who came in and gave CDF to members of parliament. That alone already shows that Kibaki was already devolving the functions. He was a man who was after to strengthen devolution. And before devolution started, already he had equipped members of parliament with the resources to help them improve on infrastructure equally across the country. That means every constituency was getting money. So you will see some road, you will see some schools, you will see some hospitals improving on their face. But now, William Ruto is even forcing governors to go and withdraw the cases they have against the executive. But in as much as asking them to withdraw the cases, he's not even giving what they are demanding. He's not even giving what the CRA is proposing. He is still insisting on the figures they pointed out. And you see, the only way to sort out this case is very simple. Bring here the proposal from the governors. Bring another proposal from the executive. And then the proposal from the CRA. Then settle in the middle. The only person who is in the middle is the CRA. So, if we don't want to give, if they are refusing his figure and is refusing the governor's figure, why can't he settle on the CRA figure? That's why Raila Odinga is saying that they refuse to agree on anything less than what Revenue Sharing Commission has proposed. But again, I have been telling you the reason why William Ruto will frustrate the activities within counties. There is only one reason: to make sure that the resources is at the national level, at the executive. He wants to remain with the main resources at the executive. And once Ruto has the entire resources at the executive, it means you have to go and beg for services in Statehouse, so that he will be having trooping from kama ni Nyanza, kama ni Western, kama ni Mount Kenya, kama ni Lower Eastern, kama ni Eastern, kama ni Coast, everywhere. You troop to Statehouse to go and start saying Mheshimiwa Rais, Mtukufu Rais. So he's bringing back the issue of Mtukufu Rais. That's why many people believe that in this government, the regime we have as of now, we have Moi of our time. The living and breathing Moi of our time is William Samoei Ruto. Many people are saying like this, not me. I just bring in what people are talking about. Because that's how Moi was operating. Have the resources at the national government, and then you deal with the members of parliament. Those who don't support you, coerce about them, around them. Give them some money so that they can dump their party and join you. You go and even buy political parties. So what are you seeing as of now? How comes we don't have enough money to give to governors, but Ruto has money to give to political parties to join with him? Alianza na UDM ile ya Eastern huko. Sasa amekuja ananunua Jubilee. And then the other thing that he's doing, he's now buying members of parliament. Hawa ODM. Nikisema ODM sisemi tu wale wametoka Nyanza region. Kuna wale pia wanatoka Western. Walikuwa hapo. Sasa ameenda Nyanza, amewaleta hapo. Aenda Nairobi. Wale wenye ameshindwa sasa ni wale wa Wiper. Na Wiper pia wanasema they will go if everyone is going, especially when they see ODM going. They are asking Kalonzo, what are you waiting for? That is what Ruto wants. To have money, use it the way you want to play your politics. Kwa nini Mheshimiwa Ruto atumie pesa zetu, ushuru wetu, kucheza siasa? No. Our money is not for politics. This is our money. They collect in terms of taxes. We need to see value for our money. Ruto must give more money to our governors to run the activities in their county governments. Nothing less than that. As simple as that.